Spring Nindies took place this week, but that doesn't stop your very own Kirk and Katie from coming at you with more new Switch games. They weren't featured in the Nindies presentation, but we've got 8 new Switch games to share with you. 7 of them are brand new announcements. 1 is a release date update, and Gabe, we gotta do our giveaway. Last week we gave away Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Congrats to the big winner, Ravenwood. Thank you for your comment. Hoping for Vesperia, you're getting the game. We will be in touch this week. We're giving away a digital code for TUROK on the eShop. All you gotta do is like the video, leave a comment telling us your favorite game from today's video. We'll pick a winner next week, announced next week as well. Gabe, let's get to this list.
Let's do it. Zach, I think this is one of my favorite lists in quite a while.
Are you Kirk or are you Katie?
I'm probably Kirk. I resemble him. My skin color is closer to his.
I feel like Katie Casper, I'm pretty pale.
And
so
you are more
fits.
of a girl than me, so yeah.
Did you like Casper when you were little?
The Friendly Ghost?
The movie? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's a cute movie. I watched the movie, not really the cartoon, but
God, do you think we ever get another Casper game?
I'm hoping next gen is coming next year, so I'm hoping we launch with a nice Casper game. I think that would really set things. I mean, it would be dangerous for Nintendo because it sells so much for Microsoft and Sony, but too spooky to talk about. Let's talk about something really awesome. Castle Crashers Remastered is coming to Nintendo Switch. It was teased, it's been hoped for. Well, it's coming this summer. Behemoth came out ahead of PAX East and ahead of the Nindies and said, Whoop-a-cha, our game is ready to go. And this is a remastered version of Castle Crashers. It has all existing DLC, it's got smooth textures, it's got 60 FPS gameplay. I didn't even know that the original release of Castle Crashers was 30 FPS.
Yeah, I mean, back then, that wasn't like as important. I don't remember people complaining. So, I mean, I'll say that. I'm glad it's going to run better. I'm glad it's going to look better. I really like Castle Crashers. It's a great game. I wonder if it stands up, right? Because it's been quite a while since I've played it. I think it will, though. I'm excited to get my hands on it. Summer 2019, very quickly approaching.
They had an interesting little blog about why it's not Castle Crashers 2, why they're going back to the well, and they talked about how they kind of like to dabble in new projects, and if they did sequels, there would be no Castle Crashers because they'd have Alien Hominid 2 instead of Castle Crashers 1, which I think is maybe a little bit of a facetious way to talk about things. You can't have sequels and new games, but
they kept going with there would be no Battle Block Theater if we made Castle Crashers 2. I think people would be okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I loved Alien Hominid and Castle Crashers. Pit People, Battle Block, not necessarily my favorites, but they are apparently working on Game 5, and I'm guessing that Game 5 will probably be on Switch. Is my guess. So that is a future new games announcement. But for now, we've got Castle Crashers coming this summer. I'm pretty hyped.
Yeah, same here.
Should be good. Okay, you know what else should be good? More Tiny Metal. I am shocked that this game is already getting a sequel, but Tiny Metal Full Metal Rumble is coming to Switch. Area 35 started things off with the original Tiny Metal, bringing Advance Wars action to the platform before Wargroove did, and now this spring they're bringing you a sequel that is bigger, better, and has more metal content. 77 skirmish maps, 21 multiplayer maps, 23 unit types, 39 campaign missions, bonus challenge conditions, 4 new difficulty modes, some familiar faces, but new protagonist, and it's more Tiny Metal.
Yeah, I mean, this one kind of bums me out to hear about, not the new game itself. I'm glad it's happening, just because, you know, you and I were so excited for the original, and then we didn't like it a whole lot. But hey, I mean, it's cool that it's coming. I know that there is a fan base for Tiny Metal, and they're obviously making it for a reason. I think it sold decently well, so, you know, this is cool. Maybe it'll be a much improved version, and we will like this one. Who knows?
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan. I was really excited for it because it was coming out ahead of Wargroove, and it was giving us that, you know, hopefully filling that Advance Wars void months before, but it didn't quite do it for me. Perhaps they will have, better luck this time around. It's weird that it's coming so soon. It almost feels like an upgraded version. I know they made some improvements to the original along the way, so I'll be curious to see how much of a sequel versus, like, more of a better realization of their initial idea this is. But if you want to play a couple of sequels, not the newest though, you can dabble in the Sniper Elite games that are coming to Switch. We've got V2 Remastered and Sniper Elite 3 Ultimate Edition. Now this is a weird thing, Gabe, because I want you to know that the original Sniper Elite V2 released in 2012, and then Sniper Elite V2 Remastered is the remastered version of that game. Sniper Elite 3 came out in 2014. This is the Ultimate Edition, including like all of the DLC. But Sniper Elite 4 is a thing, and the franchise is continuing beyond, so it's an awkward pair of games.
Maybe they are just dabbling. Maybe they want to bring them all over, and this is just what they're bringing first. Who knows, right?
Yeah, did you ever like sniper-based games?
I don't mind these games. I think they're good. I've played a couple. I mean, I can't lie and tell you which ones. But I have I've completed a couple of them. I think I have like finished Sniper Elite 3. That's the one that like I definitely remember finishing. I played them on PC. They are good games. So like they're not like amazing, but they are good and serviceable. They're fun third-person shooters. You can do like some like very like weird stuff, like shooting people in any number of body parts you can imagine.
Slow motion. It's like Mortal Kombat for snipers.
Yeah.
Basically. And yeah, I always get Ghost Warrior and Elite confused in my head because they're two sniper series.
Yeah, they're not
but
similar.
The ones by Rebellion, yeah, these are the ones that I've spent more time with, these Rebellion games. They are bringing this remastered version to other consoles, so this is like a new game. Hopefully it comes day and date on Switch, and then you're right, 3 Ultimate Edition, maybe it's just like, hey, they started Switch development, why not, double our output. Hopefully they're priced appropriately, especially given they're not the newest version. So yeah, Sniper Elite V2 Remastered is getting 4K HDR, bringing that to the game. I doubt that comes to Switch, but it will be there in some capacity. And they are that one at least is a retail package, both coming later this year. Okay, Gabe, let's go to Konami. 50th anniversary of Konami, and they're doing a lot of work, a lot of good work, I would say. They have 3 collections coming to Switch. And the first is the Anniversary Collection, then there's the Castlevania Collection, and the Contra Collection. Let's talk about the Anniversary Collection first, because this one is the most complete, and it's coming the soonest. April 18th for $19.99, you get Haunted Castle, Typhoon, Nemesis, Vulcan Venture, Life Force, Thundercross, Scramble, and Twinbee, and Nemesis and Vulcan Venture, also known as Gradius and Gradius 2.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough you mentioned those, because those are the ones I'm least interested in.
Yeah, I honestly don't think I've played any of those games. So I will be passing on that collection, but at least $20 is like a good price. We've talked about how Capcom is going pretty heavy with their Resident Evil games. Konami seems to have the right idea here, and I hope that the Castlevania Collection and the Contra Collection maintain that $20 spot, because I think that's a good place to be. Now, Castlevania is coming early summer, and so far it has Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, and Super Castlevania 4. But there are 4 other Castlevania games that will be added as we approach release date. So I think 8 Castlevanias, if this one is 20, that's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, it's a really, really good value, especially if they end up adding the one everybody wants, Symphony of the Night. It's a PlayStation game, but if they're trying to really add like all the best Castlevanias, that is the one that people want. I don't think there's any way that they add any of the 3D ones or anything like that, but hey, for $20, even the 4 that we already know about is really, really cool. And we'll see what else they add. I'm excited to see what the 4 games are going to be.
Yeah, and with this coming, and then the full Bloodstained, it is going to be a summer of Super Whip action. Now, Contra is coming as well. The Contra Collection will be early summer. And that one has Contra, Super C, Contra 3, the Alien Wars, and again, 4 yet to be announced games. $20 for a bunch of Contra? Are you in on that one?
The Contra games on Super Nintendo were like really fun to me. I'd be lying if I tell you I remember which ones those are too. But yeah, I remember having a good time with those when I rented them at the good old Top Video.
Hey,
yeah.
Shout out to Top Video.
Yeah, Contra's
shout out to Family Video.
Yeah, shout out to every local video rental.
The only thing I ever remember renting at Family Video, I moved to some new town, and I got the 7-Up game for Super Nintendo. Cool spot.
Yeah,
that's what I rented from Family Video.
Remember
also, Family Video had a very scary walled off or doored off section for like adult movies, which I always thought was really weird.
Yeah, of course it did.
Yeah, it's very thing of the times for sure. Okay, we got one more game to discuss today, and this is the release date update. It is My Time at Portia, which has gotten announced, or Portia, Portia?
It's Portia.
Portia?
It's Portia.
Portia.
That's what the developers call it. I know a lot of people say
Okay.
it's Portia, but the developers call it Portia. So
My Time at Portia is releasing on April 16th. It is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, all on the same date, formerly on PC. Formerly a really beloved game. This is kind of like Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon, but it is much more 3D and much more modern graphics, but still the same farm life sim style.
yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a time sink if you are into those kind of games. This one will be right up your alley. We have code. We're gonna start playing it ourselves pretty soon, and I'm glad it's coming. I knew we knew it was coming to Switch, and luckily it's not too far away. Zach, come on, man, become a farmer. That is your ultimate destiny. I already know it.
There's like riding llamas, there's cooking your favorite dishes, there's all sorts of things that I'm kind of not so great at in real life. They call them horses, but they sure
I've asked you this before.
They're
I don't know if
llamas.
I've asked you this
That's
before
that's
on
a
video
llama.
or like just personally. Have you ever ridden a horse?
Yes, I have. Not like elegantly, but like yes, like oh, let's go horseback riding, like while we're on vacation.
I used to be the best horse rider. Well, hold on. I'm clearly being like hyperbolic, but I used to like ride a horse all the time when I was a kid.
Like just
Like-
like at like a set place like that, like or just a
Yeah.
horse that your uncle had or
yeah,
something.
my uncle like had like horses. He was like a farmhand, and we would just go and ride horses like all over. He had like it was this like hundreds of acres like ranch, and he had like this one little like trailer there, and we would go hang out there, me and a cousin of mine, and we would just like ride horses around. Like that's the only way to get around the farm. So
Hey, there you go. I love that I just was like throwing it out there, like, oh, maybe your uncle had one. And
Yeah.
Lo and behold,
Yeah,
your uncle did have some. My Time at Portia will be physical as well if you want to do that. And if you pre-order the game, you get the housewarming gift set, which includes an exclusive outfit and furniture, an assortment of consumable items to help you along the way, and 500 gold. 500 gold.
it's all the gold.
So while Kirk and Katie are over there talking about Cuphead and Cadence of Hyrule, we're over here telling you about Castle Crashers Remastered, Tiny Metal 2, Sniper Elite, Konami's collections, and My Time at Portia. Gabe, what is your pick for the week?
Can I pick Cadence of Hyrule?
No, you cannot. You're not allowed. From our list, Gabe.
Probably the Castlevania, part of the Konami stuff. I mean, I'd be excited to play those games again. I like them.
Yeah, I think if they include, like, I'm thinking they will, like, some of the GBA ones and stuff, that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that would be very sweet. Yeah.
That would be my pick as well. I'm also, I don't know, I'm interested to go back to Castle Crashers because you're right. Like, that was a game that at the time was beloved and it was like one of the crown jewels of Xbox Live Arcade. How does it hold up? It sure will look cool and quirky, I'm sure, but like, will we like that in our old bodies and our new consoles? We'll have to find out. So those are my picks. Let us know your pick in the comments down below if you want to be entered to win that beautiful TUROK code for your Switch. All you gotta do is like the video and let us know in the comments which game was your favorite from today. There is no Nindies next week, so while you won't get any more Kirk and Katie for a while, you'll get Gabe and Zach once again in a week's time. And that'll be right around PAX, so we'll have to one-up PAX just like we just one-up the Nindies.
Yeah, we will. Hey, dude, every time you say one up, I remember one up yours. Rest in peace.
Aw, they're cooler than us. Maybe one day. We got to be older, I think, to be cool.
Yeah.
That show was like pushing the age boundary
Yeah,
of gaming at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Giant Bomb is probably reaching that same point, but back then I was like Garnett, Lee, John Davis, and they were getting up there.
Yep.
We got a decade to go. So enjoy the next decade with us. Hope to
God.
see you soon. Until that time, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a fantastic day. For myself and Gabe, your Nindies dynamic duo, SwitchForce